Okay, mega quick. um, oh, bad start. Anyway, my computer has almost no brain space left because I'm preparing for a talk and stuff like that. So I've got millions of tabs open, double checking this, that, and the other. But I need to change as good as the rest, kind of thing, and I need to make something and make a film. So I might not have space to actually produce this film, but we will see. I know I can clear stuff off, but then that's going to take ages and I'm going to have to think about putting it back another day. So I'll see what I can do now, and then we'll see what we can achieve in the long run. So this will probably be short and rushed. Thanks for turning up. Apologies for all the delays. I'll be back up and running, I hope, very soon, properly. Right, oh, it's gone blank. Right, time to go. There comes a time in every tank's life when you got to face the tracks, and these are not the rubber ones. I'm trying to find good words. There we are. Not only do you have to link or glue each link together, but you've got kind of spuds to add in. They are devoid of interest, really, aren't they? So I'm just going to do them one at a time, steady, plodding. So it'll be a while before you see more of this one again. Yeah. And that's 10 of them, and that's my finger. Better get some tweezers. Definitely. I was going to say pliers, maybe a hammer. Here we are, the world of micro spuds. Not really, are they? But you know. Yeah, loads of them. And I realised I'm slightly wasting my time because I was going to cover it in mud anyway for other reasons. Which I'll vaguely explain now. I'm fascinated by the fact that this is such a contraption, and there are so many angles and shapes and parts and things that, particularly around the wheels and the tracks, it must have just packed down with mud. The slightest bit of rain on the ground and it must have just been absolutely just, I don't know, like driving through a pottery club on a wet day. But it just, so I want to try and capture that. Anyway, boring view, isn't it? Welcome back to Out of Control Land. That last film was, yeah, anyway, it was a bit like that, wasn't it? While I'm waiting for things to dry on that blessed Vickers tank, I've got to do something else to keep myself busy. So I've got one of the, well, I've had this since long before I actually started the channel, and all I did was cut the box up and put the parts in a bigger box, a mini art ruin box. I think it's a Ukrainian city building. That was a long time ago. Now I've found this anyway, dug it out, and I'm going to do this to amuse myself. Just practicing with a bit of glue. So I've got the steps done, and I've got two sides of the, whatever you call it, at the front. So it would sit on there. And I was just going to tap it and say it's pretty solid. So, proof if ever we needed it. So time for a bit of spraying and then a bit more gluing. It is the horror of vacuum formed thin plastic. With the ruin it works. We might get round to the horror of vacuum formed canopies one day, and that'll explain why I haven't done a mosquito yet. Anyway, let's get the spray cans out. More of them. Right. It looked to me as if this called for a spot of Halford's Primer Grey. We'll let that dry for a bit and then do the basic colours and see where we go from there. What's the company? Should have mentioned that earlier. Number 4 in French, article number. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up, aren't I? It's quite nice anyway. Very good detail. It will probably go downhill from there. Here we are, the interior walls and other related surfaces. Kind of pale beige, I suppose magnolia is what everybody used to paint their houses when they wanted to sell them. And I've done it while the primer is still wet, so that there's a little bit of bleed through, just to give it a bit of texture. I'm not that worried, because it's been bombed. I don't know what colour Humbrol call it these days, but it used to be called brick red for obvious reasons. And I've done this, brick red. Looks a bit vibrant through the camera. And that. And I've done that dark brown. Again, with a little bit of letting stuff come through. And it's all going alright. I just realised the pale, whatever colour you want to call it, I grabbed the wrong can. And this is one of these interior decor shabby chic things, and it automatically crazes. That is superb. Look at that. Not intentional, but yeah, that art degree wasn't for nothing, you know. I can pick up the wrong can like a professional. Lovely. What's the word? Not serendipity, something else. Anyway, love it.